Why is everyone so nervous about fighting this Thragg guy? No way he lives up to the hype.
You haven't seen the reports.
What do they say?
That he lives up to the hype.
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies.
All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, no, can't do that. It's 420. You gotta give me a weed song. You gotta give me a weed song.
A weed song?
It's 420. That's why I didn't tell you earlier. I want to see how quick you are on your feet.
How's that one song go from Cypress Hill?
I'm not gonna sing it. I know which one you're talking about.
Something about Dr. Green Thumb, sure.
Sure, let's do that one. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. Your bully host Leroy, aka Reefer Madness, with my co-host.
This is Eli, aka Sarlacc Pit Pizzeria.
There you go. Now that sounds like something you eat on 420. So yeah. Back with the episode, like I said, we're recording on 420. I don't know if you realize it. I looked at the time and like, hey, it is. So cool. So at the Comic Book Bullies, we just say no. But for those
as in no with a KNOW.
So you're gonna get us in trouble, Eli. You're gonna get us canceled, man. Get us drug test before every episode. But like I said, we just say NO. The views of Leroy do not reflect the views of Eli. So yeah. But for those of you that do partake in the devil's lettuce on today, have at it. Happy celebrate. It's a celebration. So yeah.
It's legal in a lot of places now. Shit.
Yeah, it is. It's legal in a lot of places. I forgot. So yeah, you can't get rid.
High school maybe me would have been freaking out, man.
Yeah, maybe where you are, not down here.
So, yeah. Well, and it's weird. I don't know if you like high school me would be weirded out too. Would be like someone says, I went and bought some weed, and they whip out like a computer, like it's like a fucking vape.
Right.
I gotta plug in my weed. Like what the fuck? What kind of fucking world we live in?
Doing too much. Yeah. So the thing is, I was gonna do a top 5 plant-based comic characters, but I can only think of 3.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just give you those 3. I got Poison Ivy, of course, what you expect. The Floronic Man,
okay,
who actually Poison Ivy got her powers from him.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the OG, the GOAT, Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
So Eli, can you think of a fourth one, or
a fourth? What was that? What was that? Empire? What was that fucking that crossover where the plant monsters took over the earth and shit?
I don't know.
Was it called Empire? It was like some planet, some space plant. It started turning everything into plants. It turned it turned like a mountain. Remember Captain America had to fight that plant mountain?
Oh, Empire.
Empire, yeah.
With a Y.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Kotati. I forgot about the Kotati.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, yeah, that's what they're called.
Thank you. You gave me gifts. I knew you were gonna come through. Okay. That's all I got. We got 4. But here's the here's the thing. I couldn't think of another plant-based villain, even though Eli gave me a 4th one. But I did think of a DC superhero that is powered by cocaine. So I started to put
that comes from a plant.
Technically, yeah. Yeah, it technically does, but it's not 420 base. But hey, some people celebrate that too. You have at it. The character's name is Snowflame.
Mm-hmm. I think
you can see down at the bottom.
I recall you reviewing something with him in it.
He pops up on here quite a bit. For those who don't know, he has super strength that is powered by cocaine. That's his power. So yeah, cocaine is my god. I am the human instrument of its will. This is some real shit DC wrote for some reason. I don't know why, because that's what they do. Yes, and he was invented in the 80s. So yeah. And you think he'd just be like a one-time thing, like people just forget about him, but he was actually in that Harley Quinn show. Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he popped up for the celebrate, and that was his gimmick. He snorted cocaine on that show. So yeah.
Treebeard from Lord of the Rings. Was that? Are you talking about comics? Strictly comics?
I don't know. I mean, whatever. Name who you ever want. Groot.
Oh yeah, Groot.
I am Groot. Yeah,
Yeah.
Groot. Okay, yeah, Groot.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there you
Yeah,
go. There's your
okay.
5.
That's your 5. That's your 5. And the cocaine guy. So yeah. All right. So that
And
we said
Treebeard or whatever.
whatever his name was, yeah. So this we got there. Also, we can move on to the next one. Now, before we go there, not only is it 420, also this past week, Eli, it was Superman Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was on the 18th, I think it is. Superman Day just popped up out of nowhere, stuff like that. So I threw a whole bunch of posts up there, subreddits like that. So I'm not going to do a whole thing on it, but I do want to do one little thing to celebrate. So what I want to do is celebrate the top 5 single issue Superman comics of all time.
Yeah, that's you, man.
That's all me. You can join in if you need to. I'm just saying.
I don't know if I got 5.
Okay, let's throw the list up. So number 5 is Superman 1000, which we did review on here. Now, the thing is, Superman 1000, there's like a whole bunch of stories on it. But if you just want a Superman story with a bunch of stuff in it, read this book. This is a very, very good Superman book.
I got that. I went to a comic shop. I went to the Source here in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Mhm.
Got that signed by Dan Abnett.
And I'm pretty sure he wrote a story in this somewhere. Like everybody wrote something in this book.
Yeah. Is that where Bendis introduced your boy Rogol-Zar?
Rogol-Zar, yeah. Matter of fact, Eli, didn't we do an entire episode on this comic?
Probably.
I think
I remember
did.
it was a big deal, and I remember bragging about. Hey, I went and got it signed by Dan Abnett.
No, I think the whole entire episode was just this comic.
Probably.
Y'all go listen to that and go figure it out. I don't know what I like that. That's number 5.
It was before the pandemic, so it was a long time ago.
That's number 5. So number 4. You don't have any problem with this one, okay? I imagine you like this. Okay. Number 4. What's the issue with Truth, Justice, in the American Way? Action Comics number 775. It doesn't sound familiar. This is where Superman vs. Elite came from.
Okay.
Manchester Black and all those crazy folks like that. They actually wanted to use the Authority, but they weren't allowed to use them at the time. So they had to make up some guys that was like the Authority, but wasn't the Authority. That's what the whole issue was. So love the issue, single shot. You just read it, be done with it, boom, that's it. But it's a great issue. That's number 4. Number 3, Superman Annual 11. Of course, Mongol Black Mercy. This is that issue, the episode of Just League Unlimited for the man who has everything.
Okay.
It was an adaptation of this. Yeah. Alan Moore wrote this.
Dave Gibbons and shit. Yeah.
Dave Gibbons also like that. This right before they did Watchmen. They did this. So
classic. Yeah, this would be a classic story.
Right. So far, no issues. Eli, we're good.
No, I mean, especially this one. I would figure this would have been on the list.
Okay. All right. Number 2, The Death of Superman.
Oh yeah. I guess that
this is issue
that
Superman
was
number
huge.
75. Huge. Probably one of the best selling comics of all time. I don't know. I think X-Men beat it, whatever like that. But this was huge. If you weren't there at the time, you do not know how big this news was. Before this issue dropped, there were only 3 channels on the news. 3, 12, whatever, 16. They interrupted the news broadcast to announce this comic. Real shit. That's what they had. What they did back then.
Yeah, that was like MCU big for the 90s.
For that, it was in the newspaper, everything. This was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, even if you didn't read comics, this shit just popped up everywhere. So this was huge. It was huge. Number 1. Action Comics number 1, of course.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, what would you expect? So, yeah. Do you have an issue with anything I put on there? We good with that? Do you endorse and co-sign?
I'm good with all those. Yeah, sure.
Okay. I didn't know if you were like, you piece of shit. You should have put down issue 640, whatever, I'm like, damn, Eli. Okay. All right. Now we can get to, like I said, it was a whole bunch of stuff that dropped this week. Last week we talked about show at the show. The same shows came out this week. All are pretty good, but I don't want to dig into all of those. I want to dig into just the show I want to talk about, because we got other shows we got to talk about that we didn't talk about. We want to talk about. I want to talk about Invincible.
All right.
Eli hasn't watched, I don't think, like a single frame of the show.
I've never watched this show. No.
Okay, you've never watched it, but
I've read a bunch of the comics, so I kind of know. But
and that's the good thing about this show is that if you've read the comics, you know what's going to happen because they pretty much right down the middle of what's going to happen on the show. So yeah, you know what's going to happen. So this is episode 7 of season 4. This is the second to the last episode of what's going to happen in season 4. After this week is the season finale. So
wow,
yeah,
it's gone by that quick, huh?
it's only 8 episodes. So yeah, this shit just flies by. So yeah, just want to talk about it real quick. See what we got here. Yeah. So like I said, this is the episode where we finally see what Thragg can do. Let me see if I can put this up. Nope, not cocaine. No, we'll come back to that.
Do a lot of cocaine.
Oh man, I'm out of place. Okay,
Superstore.
we'll figure it out. Oh, damn it. Okay, I completely.
Let's talk about that. Whatever you're throwing up,
We will. We're gonna talk about that later on. I completely screwed up something. Anyway,
okay, nerd.
your boy Thragg. Thragg finally shows up. Thragg finally does something, Eli, because everybody was so worried about Thragg. They're like, I don't like his voice acting. He looks like Freddie Mercury. He doesn't look scary. This is supposed to be the big bad of the entire show. I'm not impressed. That's what everybody was saying until they actually finally saw the show, and he just wowed the fuck out and was just bodying, beating the shit out of everybody, killing off major characters. Don't know what had it. Now everybody is a fan of Thragg. I didn't say anything. I read the comic. Eli, you read the comic. And before the episode came, people always like, oh, this. So I was like, wait for it. It's going to be okay. It's going to happen. And then you see it. All the crazy shit started happening. And Thragg basically became this big thing on the internet right now. So now everybody's trying to compare him with, oh, can he beat Superman? Can he beat Goku? Can he beat One Punch Man? Can he beat Darth Vader? All this shit like that. So now he's in these conversations.
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl, all this shit like that. So that just after one episode, he's in these conversations on the internet. He's in every death battle you can think of, something like that. So yeah, another big thing that happened on the episode was not that. I'll come back to that. I can't believe I screwed this up so bad. That's okay. They destroyed Viltrum.
Okay,
I'm gonna see if I can get that. And I'm pretty sure you remember them doing it. They honestly. Here's the thing about Invincible. They always talk about how shit the animation is and shit like that. You can tell they saved all their animation. This ain't the comic. This ain't the cartoonist comic, but still, you can tell they saved all their animation. But the animation on the cartoon was pretty good. They saved on animation just for Destroy Viltrum. It was pretty good. But yeah, what's going on with that? Now, I will talk about this. The animation, you can tell they still shit in some parts because, like I said, like you got this from the comic, but it was adapted in the cartoon. Just like that. Like, oh, come on, man. You can tell where they're saving money and stuff like that. So yeah. But them destroying Viltrum, that was a classic scene. I was wondering how they were going to pull it off. They pulled it off, and that's it. Thragg was awesome. They got one more episode. I could tell y'all what happens in the last episode, but I'm not because it's actually pretty shocking. So I'm going to just leave it alone. All the crazy shit that Thragg did is like that. But the scariest thing I saw in this episode was this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit. It's going to happen, Eli. It's going to happen. So I didn't think they were going to do it, but when they showed that, I was like, oh, damn. When that happens, Eli, the internet is going to lose their shit. And it will burn down to the ground when it happens. I'm telling you, it's going to happen because everybody's kind of afraid it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. I'm not going to tell you what it is. When it happens, you'll know. So, yeah. So I got one more episode left before season 4 is over with. Then it's a wrap up, and then we move on from there. So I'm like, okay, cool. All right, yeah. Now we can talk about Eli's show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mall?
The Godzilla-less Godzilla show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to that. So, yeah, we're going to talk about Monarch Legacy of Monsters. And Eli is finally caught up with the entire show. So now we can talk about it. I'm caught up with the entire show, so we can talk about it. So, yeah. So what you want to talk about?
That it's a chore to watch?
It really is. Okay, here's the thing. It is. And honestly, I'm shocked that you even bothered with this show like that. Because it is a soap opera.
It is.
Now, like I said, I grew up watching Days of Our Lives with my grandma. So this doesn't faze me. It doesn't bother me. I'm used to this stuff. But for you, Eli, I'm like, this got to be torture for Eli to watch this shit. But you're hanging in there. You're
but you know, you weren't promised Godzilla or Superman was going to be on Days of Our Lives.
That is true.
Your expectations weren't high.
Right. But here's the thing. But after watching this show, once I realized what it was, Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and we're like in the 6th or 7th episode, and I completely forgot it was a Godzilla show. I'm just like, Godzilla ain't in this thing. They just bait and switch, and I just accepted the show for what it was.
Yeah.
Until I think like what the last was like, they actually promised us Godzilla. Now they're promising us Godzilla.
Yeah. Well, this last episode 8, is it episode 8?
7? I don't know, something.
8.
Yeah.
Godzilla finally showed up and did some shit. So this was probably the best episode, probably of the entire show, the entire series.
Because he showed up like one time early in this season, but it was in a dream sequence.
Yeah, and he showed up like once last season for like that bombing, you know, when they try to kill him with the bomb and shit. So he's been very scarce. You know. There's basically, you know, for a show about kaiju and monsters, there's very little kaiju and monsters on the show. And when they do show up, and when they do show up, they're kind of lame. You know, they're kind of shitty. Like those crappy ass velociraptors that show up in like that one episode. It was just like a Jurassic Park ripoff scene and shit. But yeah, you're right. This is basically a very complex, overly convoluted, overly complicated, overly everything family drama.
Right. With science fiction laid over the family drama and stuff.
Like there will be whole scenes, 5-minute scenes where no information is relayed. They basically come in, okay, you're going to tell me something, explain this. And then 5 minutes later, they say, I don't know. And no one knows nothing. Still, it's still a mystery.
You're just wasting time. That's it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my, you know, not only, you know, is it like got very little monsters in it, it's very serious. Like the Godzilla movies and the majority of the MonsterVerse, the legacy MonsterVerse, you know, Kong and Godzilla, the American-made MonsterVerse that we have with Kong and Godzilla. Those movies are very campy and goofy and cheesy and kind of schlocky. This show is not. Right.
But at the same time, like I said, I think we may have different definitions of Godzilla movies. I think in those movies that the humans are the worst things about those movies.
Yeah.
So the show is just like, okay, let's take the worst thing about the Godzilla movies and make a whole show about that.
And make it even worse?
Yeah, like, what are we doing? Is this what we signed up for? You know?
Yeah.
And sprinkle some Godzilla every now and then in a 10-hour show? Like, I don't know if I wanted that, man.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for this.
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to have the same tone as that 2014 Godzilla movie, you know, which had its moment.
I mean, because this is like it's supposed to be a continuation of that.
Yeah, but it's very much in that tone because that 2014 Godzilla movie was very serious, very dark, very somber, and there was very little Godzilla or monster action in that movie.
Right.
You know,
like whenever Godzilla did show up, they cut away from it.
Yeah, like you see him through a window and shit, you know, or you're on the ground, you see his foot, you know, in the background stomping, and you're like,
or you see a news report of shit he did. Now he's already gone.
Yeah, he's on TV. Yeah. yeah, the aftermath. So that's pretty much the nature or that tone of the show takes after that, the 2014 Godzilla movie. And it's just dealing with all these, you know, deep science fiction, you know, concepts of time travel. Yeah, the last episode was like Doctor Who shit where
he was talking to
his younger self and shit, and you know the different dimension that's not Hollow Earth that we see in the movie. It's a dimension between Hollow Earth where time stands still or whatever the fuck, and that's why we have hot grandma, you know, older than her son or younger than her son or whatever the fuck.
Right? You never loved me, like you older than him. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah. So yeah, there's all these like big heady concepts going on. And of course, there's the relationships. You know, the dad had two families, and then the chick wants to bang the sister and the brother, and all. Right. You know, there's all this shit going, like shit that I don't care about. You know, and then it also keeps jumping back and forth between timelines. We have the shit in the past, and then we jump to the present. But we're not in the present because this happened before all the shit from like Skull Island and Kong, the Kong movie, all the movies that already happened. This happened before that, You know what I mean?
Right.
So all the shit you saw on Kong and Godzilla and with the new Empire with the army of apes and shit, that hasn't happened yet. You know,
Right.
it happened before. Like they haven't even built. So this is the prelude to them building. What's that company?
Apex.
Apex. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
building Mechagodzilla. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So this hasn't happened. It happens between. So it's basically a prequel to a bunch of the movies that we've already seen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it's just not. I'm not interested. And yeah, the first season was a slog to get through, and I wasn't planning on watching the second season until I heard that Amber Midthunder was going to be in this show.
And
So
and I had no idea she was going to show up in this show.
yeah, well,
Yeah, we got Amber Midthunder.
being a native nerd, I try to keep my ear on the pulse of native celebrities. We don't have many of them,
Right.
but when a native celebrity does something, it's kind of big news in our country.
Now,
in our,
Eli, before you, I'm gonna let you finish. But before you go any further, I just want to let you know with Amber Midthunder, she doesn't belong to you. She belongs to us.
Well, sure. She's one of the, like I said, one of the few native celebrities that we have, and she has crossed over. She's starting to pop up.
So
She's
anytime you
popping
tell
up,
me
yeah.
she's in something,
Yeah, she's
I'm
on the
watching
red
it too.
carpet now.
So, yeah.
Like I said, we don't get that shit a lot. Natives. When do you ever see natives on red carpet? Hardly
Right,
ever.
that's true.
Except Amber Midthunder. We get to see
Right.
Amber Midthunder's on the red carpet. So when I heard she was on the show, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I got to support the people, and I'll check it out, And she didn't show up till like last week. So
Which is weird. Like why didn't they have it early in the season, I guess? Because it seemed like she has a big part to play.
I guess she's the daughter of the CEO of
Apex, the rival
Apex,
company.
yeah, the guy who makes Mechagodzilla. So she's the adoptive daughter of Apex dude, sister to what's her face.
So kind of like the same relationship that the brother and sister on the Monarch side she has also, but in a different way.
Yeah. So her sister would be what's her name? Eliza Gonzalez, who ends up dying in one of the movies. She gets crushed by Kong or whatever.
Oh, is that what's supposed to be? See,
Yeah.
I'm not connecting any of these dots, man.
Yeah,
I'm just watching this shit, man.
Yeah, she's the adoptive daughter of that CEO guy, and Eliza Gonzalez is the real daughter. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. But point being, Amber Midthunder is hardly in the show.
Right.
She's barely in it. So the one reason I came back to this show, it's barely there. Like,
right.
They had one
And the
job.
way she was introduced was so damn weird, man, because she was in the middle of the family drama, stuff like that. Like, because remember the girl was trying to get with the brother, and the brother was like, you don't even want me. You want my sister. And she was like, yeah, I do, but she turned me down. So I'm here for you now.
Yeah.
You're
And then
like,
he
what the
tried,
fuck,
and
what the
then
fuck?
she turned him down again.
And he turned her down. He was like, get the fuck out of here. Go fuck my sister or some shit, And then Amber Midthunder come in and like, I heard what was going on. You need to show the crown. Then she started hitting with all the blah, blah, blah. Just exposition, all this like
I'm
that.
a spy.
Such a weird introduction for her. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Which is fine. I like I said, I'm cool with her, with native actresses getting, mainstream work. She's not running around in buckskin or feathers in her hair. I'm all cool with that. It's just like, yeah, she's barely in it. And like the reason why I came back was for her to see her, and she's barely in that. So she's basically like Godzilla, not even there.
Right.
They had another job and they couldn't even do that.
The one thing to keep you coming back. So,
yeah. But like I said, I think this last episode where Godzilla showed up to take on, was it Titan X?
Which I think has the dumbest design ever. Like it's not an interesting design for Titan X.
Yeah, it's kind of a ripoff, a cross between like an octopus and Biolante.
Just overly designed for my taste.
But yeah, Godzilla showed up to basically fuck with that monster. And of course there's that, the daughter, I forget her name, Kate or whatever.
The grandma's named Kate. No, the grandma's named Kay. And the granddaughter's named Kate.
Kay and Keiko, yeah.
That's why it's so confusing. So yeah.
Yeah. But the daughter who can communicate with the monster That's given me Mickey vibes from Heisei era Godzilla. In the 90s Godzilla era Heisei series, there was a psychic girl who could talk to Godzilla. Mickey Sagusa or something her name was. And that's what that's given me. Is she's the show's Mickey who can speak to monsters and shit. So, but that's about it, That's about that all that's going on,
It seems like you, even as much as you hate this show, you're getting something out of it. It does.
Yeah, I'm because I am a kaiju fan. I am a Godzilla fan. I am into them. I do dig the legacy movies for what they are. I prefer the Japanese movies over this, but I do find them entertaining and kind of goofy and stupid, just dumb, stupid fun. So yeah, I mean, I do find, I do get the references when I watch this show.
Because I got none of those references. Like, I'm watching it strictly for the soap opera at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if the girl's going to end up with the brother or the sister. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even give a shit. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Like, and that's the thing is like every time I think something's going to happen, it doesn't. Like,
that's the thing, because nothing happens. I forget I'm watching a Godzilla show. I forget Godzilla's in it. So when they even mention his name, I'm just like, oh, I'm watching Godzilla.
Either it'll cut away or it'll jump to a flashback of back into the 50s, and I'm like, like.
And then they got a whole drama. Grandma trying to fuck Kurt Russell's son, other self, variant, whatever. His younger self, because Kurt Russell got trapped in that other dimension too for a few years, so that's why he's not like old. I mean, he's older. He's not as old, but he's supposed to be like 100 years old.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like 100 years. He's supposed to be old and decrepit and shit.
Right.
But he's not. He's like not as old. But
he's still moving around, whooping ass, shit like that. Like that's supposed to be happening like that. So
And then she was married to John Goodman, who was in Skull Island.
And I didn't realize that until the very last episode of the first season.
So. Yeah, I get all the moving parts and all the Easter eggs, and I get, what's going on. It's just I'm not into what's going on.
Right.
It's like, good. This is all the shit you cut out of the movies.
For good reason. It's a reason you cut out of it. So
yeah.
All right. So can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure. So slap a score on it.
What? We're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
It's not over. You got 2 more episodes of Godzilla list, Amber Thunder, Mid Thunder list, Godzilla.
2 more
Amber
episodes.
Mid Thunder.
Oh, you're talking about the finale? Yeah, we got 2 episodes left.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
So yeah. Suffer. All right. So we're gonna move past that now. Like I said, I think a thing called CinemaCon came out this week, where they announced like a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of movies, basically what you're saying. And one thing I want to take away from is that I think Man of Tomorrow, the sequel to Superman that James Gunn is directing, starts shooting next week or this week. Okay. It's confusing, whatever like that. But they announced Adria Arjuna is going to be in the movie. She's been cast for the movie. Let me see if I can find a picture of her. Let's see. Of course, we know her because she was in Andor. She played Binks. Binks. Is that right? Binks. Who's Binks? Binks is the X-Man. That's right. My fault. I'm getting confused. My fault. Yeah. So, she's in the show, and it looked like she's gonna, like I said, right there. I just like showing that picture for some reason, whatever like that. Anyway, she's been announced for the role. But we don't know who she's playing. Because of his thing, like James Gunn, and then people have been saying that she's supposed to be playing Maxima. For those who know who Maxima is, Maxima was a Superman villain because Brainiac is the bad guy of this movie. Brainiac has been confirmed, and Maxima teamed up with Brainiac in the storyline Panic of the Sky to fight Superman because she wanted to make babies with Superman or some shit, weird shit, whatever. But yeah, so she's supposed to be playing her, or so we think. The thing is,
so I've been confirmed.
It is not confirmed. No. Okay. Like there has been put out there, like it's confirmed she's in the movie, but it's not confirmed who she's playing. So James Gunn, runs off at the mouth and always saying stuff on Twitter and threads like that. He's been radio silence. He has said nothing. She has said nothing. Because yes, I have been monitoring her Instagram also for research purposes to make sure,
for science.
For science, exactly. Nothing. They have said nothing. So nobody knows who she playing. So the thing is, some people thinking that maybe this whole Maxima is a misdirect, and she's really playing Wonder Woman. But we don't know that either. That's the thing. So here's the thing. So the internet once again ruins everything. Because here's the thing. I think she is playing Maxima. I think that's what he said. No, Maxima, like I said, they're doing a Panic of the Star storyline. That's what it is. But nobody knows who the fuck Maxima is other than me and you. I don't even know if you know who she is, but I'm just saying that's what she is. But the internet has had in their head, they want her as Wonder Woman. And like I said, this isn't a thing just popping up. It's like people been fan cast her as Wonder Woman forever. Like when she was at Andor, people were showing up with Wonder Woman comics for her to sign. So he's already been fan casting her as Wonder Woman again. So if you cast her as anything else but Wonder Woman, the fans are going to be disappointed. Even though I think Maxima is an interesting character, and I think she would kill it as Maxima, but people want her as Wonder Woman.
Lori Lamaris.
Yeah, no, not Lori Lamaris. So maybe one day
that's what she's going to be, or Lana Lang.
One day James Gunn will stick her in a movie. But I'm just saying,
Lana Lang.
Lana Lang, one of them like that. But I'm just saying, so the internet is going to ruin shit because they have these certain expectations ahead of what they want something to be. Meanwhile, the film directors have something else in mind, but they're not going to accept it because it's not what they have, because the internet already made in mind that's what they want, even though nobody has promised her as Wonder Woman. Nobody says she's going to be Wonder Woman. The internet demands her as Wonder Woman. So if you bring her as anything other than Wonder Woman, they're going to knock the movie just for that. Yeah. So
fuck, this movie sucks. It sucks.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Yeah. Even though nobody promised you anything. So, like I said, if she's cast as Maxima, I'll be cool.
It's either that. Either they don't cast her as Wonder Woman, or they do cast her as Wonder Woman, and then Wonder Woman's woke.
How can you wokeify Wonder Woman?
I'm just saying that's what's going to happen.
Wasn't Wonder Woman like created to be woke?
I'm just saying, you know how the internet is.
That is true.
They cast her as Wonder Woman. We know who they are. They're going to bitch, why ain't Sydney Sweeney fucking Wonder Woman? She's got good genes.
Right.
Why isn't a chick with better genes that be Wonder Woman?
And I also have another thing, because like I said, it's been a bunch of people that was fan casted for this, or not fan casted, but it was like a finalist role for the role of whoever they got right now. And like I said, Adria Arjuna run over. So I just want to say this. When was it somebody's decision that Wonder Woman has to be cast as a sexy Latina? Did I miss that meeting? Did that meeting happen and I wasn't there? Something like that? Because normally I would have remembered that.
I don't remember people saying that either.
I'm just saying. I'm saying if you look down the casting list, it was her and some other, like 3 other sexy Latinas that was like finalists for this role. Like,
okay,
why? Like, okay.
I don't know. Well, Wonder Woman usually has dark hair, so
yeah. You know what I think it is, Eli? I think we're to blame for that. Me and you.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's us. Remember when we put out that video, that clip of saying that Linda Carter was Hispanic and nobody knew that?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I ain't saying it's us, we took credit for it, but it did get out there that, oh, Linda Carter's Hispanic. So now Wonder Woman just got to be Hispanic. That's just what it is. So,
yeah. Or, I mean, Amazons, which are from Brazil.
True. Hey, I got no problem with a
Brazilian.
A Brazilian.
Brazilian.
Yeah. Being Wonder Woman. I got no complaints with that. I don't have a complaint with any sexy Latino playing Wonder Woman. I'm just saying, like, when did that memo come out? I missed that meeting. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. Oh, that's all I got. Can we move on past that?
Sure.
You know what?
We don't have to. You can leave her up the rest of the show.
I could, yeah. Bam. There you go. Anyway, move on next topic. You know what? Let me talk about this video game shit, man. Let me talk about this and just get the fuck up off of it. Street Fighter dropped a trailer.
Okay.
I guess the official trailer. And I just briefly give my take on what I think about it. Let me see if I get it. So my thing about this is that I think first off, did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, you did watch. Okay. Yeah. So my thing is this. I think the trailer, from what I saw, looked like it's going to be a 90-minute music video. That's what I mean. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm fine. And it actually seemed like there is.
You wanted real cinema?
I didn't. I did not want real cinema. And see, that's the problem. People are saying this trailer was too goofy. It's not street. That's what Street Fighter is. Street Fighter is goofy. It's always been goofy. Look at these dumbass looking characters on there. It's goofy. So I'm fine with the tone of it. I'm fine with it being hyper active and ADHD and weird ass colors and shit like that, and fireballs flying or something like that.
Green screens and
green
shit.
screen. I'm cool with that, man. I'm fine with it. I was not expecting a realistic, grounded, Christopher Nolan version of Street Fighter. I wasn't expecting it. I don't know why anybody else is expecting it either. It's based on a fucking video game.
Yeah.
An arcade game at that. So the wackier, the wilder, the better. Shit. Let it fly. I don't care. So I got.
I'm cool with it. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, it looks like a bad movie that I'm going to enjoy. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Everything don't have to be Martin Scorsese, made, whatever like that. Some shit can just be stupid shit. It's okay.
It looks like what most Godzilla movies are. Goofy.
And I'm fine with that. Except for -0.
Except for -1, yeah.
No, and -0.
Oh, man, -0. I don't know, man. -0 looks whatever that. So, are we going to talk about the trailer?
Might as well. Shit.
Okay.
We're here.
Okay. Well, Godzilla -0 dropped the trailer, and it showed, were they flying through space or some shit? Or some weird sky thing where they're flying through the sky or something. It looked weird, and electricity, I don't know, it looked weird and spacey and weird and shit.
I'm thinking it's just a dream sequence. I don't think they're going to be fighting space and no shit.
Yeah, but either way, I'm just like, oh, wow. And then he shows up in New York. So there's like the Statue of Liberty, and he shows up in New York and shit. So
like Galactus, Fantastic Four.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I like Godzilla. I've been a fan of Godzilla, so I'm cool with it.
Damn! Don't tell me I'm more excited for this movie than you are.
What? -1 or -0?
Yes.
No, I'm stoked. I'm stoked.
Okay. I was gonna say you'd be like your pinky up while you're watching the movie like that.
Well, no, you didn't even want to talk about it.
I mean, we're talking about it now. Might as well. I'm just saying. Here's my thing about this movie: is that after that first Godzilla movie that he made, I'm giving him free reign to do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
I'm on board with whatever he wants to do.
I'm just saying. I think it looks like he's branching out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like -1 was very.
It was realistic, gritty,
and
it was based off Christopher Nolan.
And
like
sad.
He literally said he took Christopher Nolan movies and made that movie. So.
Yeah, the guy, like the only Godzilla that ever made me tear up.
Right, and you tell people that, they just don't like, okay, yeah, you stupid.
So yeah, I love -1. So, but this one looks kind of like, oh, he's like really kind of doing weird, wild shit now. It's
right?
Like he's branching out.
you know, they gave him more money. They gave him more money to do shit now.
Yeah.
So tell them what he came up with. Okay.
Oh, you only used 10 million?
Yeah, y'all done fucked up now and gave me some money now.
You want an extra 2 million?
So
watch him still make a better movie than most American.
He already did.
Yeah, and I'm talking about this new one.
Better than Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, watch this new Godzilla movie be better than everything released this year.
Right, it probably will. The last one was.
It'll be our #1 movie of the year again.
Right, and everybody will be like, Godzilla, what the? I'm tired of these motherfuckers. Unsubscribe. Fuck y'all. Godzilla can be a #1 movie. We don't care what you say. So yeah. We tell you that in advance. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, keep going to the next part of the podcast.
Sure.
All right, like I said, this is Comic Book Bully. We're talking about comic books. We're gonna jump into it, and Eli, I'm gonna let you go first because I know you got some goodies.
Okay. Well, I will do G.I. Joe #21.
Okay. G.I. Joe.
Skybound Image, the Energon universe, where Transformers and G.I. Joe are crossing over, and soon to be Mask as well. Mask, which will have his own series coming out. All in the same universe. All my toys from the 80s are all in the same sandbox now.
Now we just need Centurion, the Legionnaires,
Inhumanoids,
Silverhawks.
Yeah.
Why was the black dude named Hot Wing? That's what I want to know. Anyway,
I wasn't that deep into Silverhawks.
Okay, never mind. Move on past that. Move on past that.
I had no idea that was. I can't even name a Silverhawk, but
Right.
I know they are a thing.
Yeah, the redneck Silverhawk was named Bluegrass, so I was cool with that. But yeah.
Okay, well, at least he didn't have a giant arrow the size of a stop sign, like the Swamp Thing Indian action figure.
That was the thing. Okay.
Yeah, there was an Indian guy. It was the Swamp Thing and the Unmen. Remember that that cartoon?
I do not. I do
Yeah,
not remember that.
and there was a Native American character. I can't remember his name. It was probably an animal like Thunder Wolf or some shit. And
That's Mortal Kombat, man.
or whatever.
It's a bit- well,
That's Nightwolf. That's
Never
Nightwolf.
mind. You're right. Okay.
You know, a Thunder Hawk or a Thunder
Right.
Crow or a Thunder something. Thunder and an animal. Thunder Buffalo.
Thundercock.
You know, the cool native name. You take a weather pattern and an animal and you stick it together. There's your Native American.
That's that Rob Liefeld Blood Moon Death.
Yeah. But anyways, that Native American action figure came with a giant bazooka that shot a giant arrow.
Why not just a bazooka?
Yeah, that's what I said when I was like fucking 10 years old. I'm like, that's why fuck this shit. But anyways, back to
Back to G.I. Joe. We talk about everything but G.I. Joe.
Yeah. So G.I. Joe, the Image, Energon Universe, Transformers, G.I. Joe, crossing over. So this is G.I. Joe number 21 in this Energon series, which is now a callback to the old Marvel G.I. Joe number 21, the silent issue. So, and yes, I am also reviewing the silent issue with Zartan as well that came out this week. So
Nice.
back in the 80s, G.I. Joe number 21 dropped. That's where they introduced Storm Shadow, who you can see on the cover here, where Snake Eyes.
Barely, because he's blended in like a ninja.
Yeah. So back in the 80s, G.I. Joe number 21, Snake Eyes encounters Storm Shadow, and it's all silent. There's no words. It's just all visuals. It's all images telling the story. No words. And the reason being is because the artist fell behind on schedule. So Larry Hama decided, well, I'll just write a story with no words so they can catch up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what they did. But because that turned out to be a big hit and very groundbreaking and influential, the silent issue, where you know, we've had issues of comics where there's no words. It's just all visuals, all art telling the story. So this one now, number 21, call back to G.I. Joe 21 from the 80s, almost silent. There's very little text. The majority of it is silent. It just introduces.
Before you go forward, does Storm Shadow talk? Like does he ever talk?
Yeah, Storm Shadow talks.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right.
Yeah, Snake Eyes doesn't talk.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So there's very little text. It just introduces like on the first page, we get like basically a message, like a mission report from Snow Job. Him and Lady J, our cover girl, they're going after Scarlet, who still infiltrated the Rashikage clan, the ninja clan, back in Scarlet's miniseries from a couple years ago. Scarlet went undercover to find Jinx, her homie, who is a ninja, and never returned. So basically, they are assigned to go get her because they hear there is an energon weapon that the ninjas have, you know. So what you see here, that's basically the only words in the book. Just sets up what they're doing. They're going to the Rashikage castle to go get her. You know, they're Storm Shadow.
Now, Rashikage, are they good guys or bad guys?
They're the ninja clan. I guess they're just ninjas.
Okay, cool.
You could say that Storm Shadow was he was on Cobra, but then it was revealed later on that he was actually undercover trying to find out who killed his brother.
Oh, so he's technically a good guy?
So he's technically a good guy. So they're just on their own side.
The
so basically,
lore. Okay.
they go to the Rashikage compound to get this sword and get Scarlet out of there and Jinx, and then Cobra shows up and starts throwing, launching missiles and attacking. Cobra soldiers rolling up on the scene. Cobra Commander has like a repulsor weapon on his hand, kind of like Iron Man, that shoots energon, and he's like murking ninjas and shit, And then he has a duel with Storm Shadow. So he finds that power sword, and then basically takes it. And Storm Shadow has a duel with them, but then they drop a giant missile. The place blows up. Cobra escapes. G.I. Joe escapes. And the whole place is on fire. But then out of the rubble, Storm Shadow emerges. Basically, with a pissed off look on his face, probably going to get revenge. And that's where it says to be continued. So, again, most of it is told in just visuals, no words. So it's all action. Really cool. Probably my book of the week.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll give this a 5 out of 5. This was dope. You know, we still have this. It's been what? Over 2 years, 3 years? How long has this been? Snake Eyes has not shown up yet.
Snake Eyes hasn't shown up yet?
Nope.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought for sure he showed up, but okay.
He has not shown up yet. So,
Right.
but yeah, book of the week. My book of the week, 5 out of 5, 8 out of 5, 10 out of 5, whatever the fuck. Dope shit.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So, book I'm going to do, which may be my book of the week. I don't know. Deathstroke #2.
Okay, so you're still on this.
I'm still on this. I was like, you know what? I always fall off on Deathstroke books, even though I always like Deathstroke books. Let's stick with Deathstroke and just see where Deathstroke takes us, you know. So that's going on with this. Like I said, I don't really know the name of the writer, but I enjoyed the first issue so far. And I was like, you know what? It left on a crazy ass cliffhanger. Let's see where this book takes us here. And this book leaves on a crazy ass cliffhanger. So I was actually kind of excited. I picked this one up. So, like I said, this is Deathstroke #2, or Deathstroke the Terminator #2. You know, this we got right here. Last issue, like I said, his assistant, Wintergreen, who's technically like his Alfred, was murdered, and now he's trying to figure out what happened. Oh, and he was cornered by somebody. You know who he was cornered by. That's the whole point of this book, trying to find out who he's going to get cornered by. So, like, who set him up? So, yeah, that's what we got going on. So, Deathstroke #2, let's get to it. Yeah. So, book starts off with, like I said, Wintergreen was blown up. Not only did they kill Wintergreen, they blew up the room that Wintergreen was in with Slade in it. So they figured that Slade, you know, was killed also. They got, you know, and Slade is just like, he sees them. Bam, they shooting at him, like that. Then he got like a flashback of him talking to Wintergreen. So, for those that don't know, the reason Deathstroke has only one eye, because his wife shot it out. Yeah. And it didn't heal up because he said, shot his eyeball out. So now he actually talking to Wintergreen to put a contract on his wife. Yeah, that's flashback. Anyway, bypass all that bullshit. Going to present day, they're still looking for him. They find him. They shot him. And he's still coming towards them, even though they see him. And he's just like, who sent you? You know, he's basically telling him who hired you, who sent you to kill, like that. They lighten his ass up, shoot him, shit like that. Of course, his suit bulletproof and shit, you know, but he's still chopping these guys up and stuff, you know, running through them. And he's basically saying, like, which one of you guys gonna tell me what I need to know? If you tell me that, I'll kill you last. You know, all this shit like that. So yeah, the guy gets close enough, bam, bam, give Slade 2 in the gut, you know, drops him. And then like, Slade, you're under arrest. And then when Slade realized that they don't know anything, you're like, well, fuck y'all. So he just foot sweeps them and gets ready to kill everybody in the room because they don't know anything. So like, y'all useless. Like I said, he don't fuck around with these guys. He basically went John Wick on the eyes with got his Deathstroke mask on, blows up the place, rides off, and yeah. So terminated. Yeah. So basically he's driving, but like I said, he's been shot, stabbed, blown, and stuff like that. He's about to pass out. And he does pass out, and bam, crashes. And he's talking to somebody, but he don't know who he's talking to. We don't know who he's talking to on the other end. All he's saying is that I need to find out who hired me for this mission, even though I know technically it's against the rules to give up the names. I don't care. I need to know who it is. So I don't need you to give me a name. Just give me an address. You give me an address. I figured everything else on my own. He was like, Slade, you know we can't do that. It's against the rules. He was like, come on, give me the name. He was like, no, you asked the wrong question, Slade. How much you gonna pay me to give you the name? So he finds one of his old safe house, and he's basically, you know, the guy that whoever is on the other line, he's gonna pay him. So he's gonna go to his secret staff of cash, open the safe, and just pay him with that. So he opens up the safe, and he's trying to do it before he blacks out. Because like I said, his heal effect hadn't kicked in yet. So, and it's empty. Whoever's doing all this crazy shit to him robbed him of his safe house also. So he is completely broke. He has no money, no bank accounts, no cash safe, no nothing. So he likes to have no money, and I got to pay this guy to give me an address. Only one thing I can do is find a way to earn money. So yeah. So he decides to go online on the dark web and suggest if anybody needs a cleaner, you know. So he does find a hit. Somebody does need a cleaner for a situation. male 44, 27 miles away, who wants to take this job? And right before he can accept the job, somebody knocks on the door. He was like, come out with your hands up. He's like, are you the police? No. And they throw a bomb in there. Blow up the place, shit like that. So now he still hadn't recovered yet. Halo fact still hadn't kicked in. So he like, that's okay. He chops in a helicopter and he flies up. So they think they about to kill him, but they see the helicopter, but they waited for him to do the helicopter. So, and the dude, and somebody's in his voice, the same dude that's going to be wintering, saying like, Slade, if you get away, they're not going to let you get away. They're going to kill you. You're like, who said I was trying to get away? So they shooting bazookas at him. He shoots back at them, and basically he like goes Rambo and shit and kills everybody down on the ground and shit like that. Like take their ass out. Boom, kills everybody shit like that because he knows strategically where to take them out. And then he just like, nah, I'm not here. I'm not running away. I'll make sure everybody goes with me. So he's walking through the smoke, starts chopping everybody like, he's got up, bam, chopping them up shit like that with a sword, chopping off arms, chopping up body parts shit like that. Walking towards this guy. We don't even know what part of the body he chops off. The other guy's just freaking the fuck out. He's like, tell me who sent you. He's like, okay, I'll talk. Before you can talk, bam, bam, bam. He gets 3 shots in the gut. And who shoots him? Dead shot and death blow.
Oh, shit. No shit.
Yeah. To be continued. So that's who set him up. So, yeah. So it's shocking to me because I completely forgot about death blow.
Yeah.
I forgot he was even a DC thing. Technically, he wasn't, but he is now.
Yeah, what was that, Team 7 and Wildcats? What the fuck?
But that's all Image. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
that was all Image, yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, when Jim Lee took over, all the stuff that he created, because he created Deathblow. So he brought all that stuff over to DC. So Deathblow's just been here the whole time, and now he's doing shit. So Deathblow is a Deathstroke bad guy. So yeah, cool. Awesome art. I'm digging the story. And I definitely got to pick up the next issue. You see a bunch of 3 assassins going at each other, shit like that. So yeah, I'm all aboard, man. 4.5, still 4.5 out of 5. Because like I said, it left me so much of a teaser.
Yeah.
But we'll see where it goes. So yeah.
But that's all, yeah. Deathstroke, Deadshot, Death Blow, Deadpool.
That's what we were just saying.
All
the shit from the 90s.
All the 90s, yeah. All those 90s gun guys and shit. Gun and pouches guys.
Gun and pouches, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot. So what you got next?
G.I. Joe Silent Missions, Zartan, number 1.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
So my other it's G.I. Joe week for me.
G.I. Joe week, cool.
So yeah, this is, like I said, this is the Silent Mission. So this is the Cobra. So last year we had G.I. Joe Silent Missions, which showcased a bunch of characters from G.I. Joe in silent issues that were throwbacks to what I mentioned in my last review, G.I. Joe number 21, the silent G.I. Joe issue from the 80s. So that was a big hit last year. Bunch of G.I. Joe stories with characters with no words in the comics, all visual storytelling. It was a big hit. They decided they're going to do it again this year with Cobra characters.
Right.
And this is my 3rd one. I did Baroness, a Crimson Guard, and now we have Zartan. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just Crimson Guard, Zartan. And yeah, so Zartan, yeah, Baroness, Crimson Guard.
Because Baroness was last week. Yeah.
Baroness was 2 weeks ago. Last week was Crimson Guard.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
This is Zartan. So I'm on my 3rd one, yeah. So Zartan, the master of the skies. You know, he was one of my favorite G.I. Joe figures because he changed color in the sunlight, or if you put him in the water, he changed color. If you put him out in the sunlight, he changed color. He's basically like a chameleon. He was the master of disguise. He came with like a mask that looked like another dude and shit. I thought it was a really cool figure, and he was like the leader of the Dreadnoks. Anyways, in this book, he's basically, everybody's after some weird bomb, some weird weapon that can blow stuff up without exploding, I guess. Everyone's after it. G.I. Joe's after it, Cobra's after it, and Zartan's after it. And they're all kind of stealing it, trying to go after it. First, G.I. Joe gets it, and then they put it on a chopper. While they're on the chopper, smoke starts, some smoke bomb goes off, makes everybody cough. It turns out what's his name? Wild Bill, the helicopter, the Dragonfly, the pilot of the Dragonfly chopper. That was another G.I. Joe toy. Turns out he's Zartan. He's disguised himself as Wild Bill. Yeah, there's Major Blood after that same. Everybody's watching everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody watching everybody. But
yeah, you know, G.I. Joe's watching the bomb. Zartan's watching G.I. Joe. Cobra's watching Zartan. You know. So yeah, like right there, they steal the weapon. But Zartan disguises himself as the pilot, Wild Bill, steals the weapon. But then Cobra comes and takes the weapon from Zartan and, imprisons Zartan, puts him in cuffs and shit. But then Zartan manages to escape. We have a fight between Zartan and Major Blood. We don't know who wins until, Cobra headquarters, Cobra Commander comes out. Major Blood comes out with the crate, says, "Nice doing business with you," and then takes off. They open the crate. It's Major Blood. The bomb isn't in the crate. Major Blood is in the crate. We're like, hey, wasn't Major Blood just here? That was Zartan. Zartan escapes with the weapon.
Master of disguise.
So that's all that happens. It's they're all after the same weapon, and Zartan uses his, disguisery skills. Is that a word? I don't know.
It is now.
He uses his disguisery skills to escape with the weapon and shit. So yeah, this was cool. Very expertly. I think Tom DeFalco wrote this.
Okay. Old school.
So he was actually worked on the old.
Wasn't he like the original?
He
Marvel
worked
ones,
on
right?
the original. The original Marvel G.I. Joe series. So he wrote this. So to be able to pull this kind of I guess it's not too complex, but no one says anything. You just kind of know, oh, they're all after this bomb. Like there's no words. Like, most of these books are just like a simple fight, but I thought this was a little complex, kind of a complex plot, and to be told with no words must have been a pain in the ass to write, but they pulled it off. So
right.
So yeah, this is a 4 out of 5. I thought this was cool. So
cool. All right. So now, last book I'm going to do. Okay. So last book I'm going to do is my retro book. We're back doing the retro series again. Like I said, shout out to everybody that clicked on the Final Crisis thing. So we'll do another one. Now the retro book I'm doing is from 2005. No, 2025.
Oh yeah.
Last year.
The old days of yesteryear.
Yesteryear. It came out in July.
Back in the day of 2025.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Those were the days. Yeah. All right. So we're doing Eli. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this one. We're doing Chip Zdarsky's Captain America.
Didn't we read this one?
We did not.
I think I read it. I just didn't review it. This is Chip Zdarsky's Cap, right?
You read it. I didn't read it. So
yeah, I didn't stay with it. No,
you didn't stay with it. Okay, we're gonna
thanks a lot, bro.
There you go. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna review the whole first, like the first arc,
like the 4 or 5, 6 issues.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that. You should have told me we did that. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I was there when you did it. But
I know I read it. I don't know if I actually reviewed it, but I know I read it. Like the first couple issues, it was like, I'll check out. I remember thinking, it's Zdarsky's writing Cap. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, and that's what I was doing. Because like I said, I think one day I got bored doing something. I just decided, let me just read something. And then I started reading this Cap run. I'm like, oh, shit, we need to review it. Another reason we're doing this is because, that Armageddon thing about to show up right now?
Armageddon.
Okay, anyway, Marvel has a huge thing about the show right now, like a huge crossover thing that's about to pop up.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's this. So, yeah. So that's what this is. So it's Captain America, Chip Zdarsky is going to flow right into that Armageddon thing, whatever it is, the big summer blockbusters Marvel thing again. So I feel like we might just do this, just get caught up with this. So, yeah. And another reason that I think this actually might tie into their big Avengers movie coming down there. Not directly, but I feel like you're going to see some parallels. I think. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. So let's get to it. Captain America, #1, 2025 of last year. Let's get to it. Let's see what we got. So the book starts off, and Eli, like I said, since you read this, you can help me out.
I'll try to remember.
All right. All right. So,
I mean, it was so long ago, man. Last year.
oh, wait, yeah. So
Back
many
in the
months
day.
ago. Right. So the book starts off with 9/11.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
coming
coming
back to
back.
you.
It's coming back, yeah.
Okay, it's coming back to you. It starts off with 9/11. You got this kid down there, watching 9/11 happens. He's freaking out and shit like that. Everybody was freaking out, like I said, like, what is it? Oh, well, we know what it is. September 11th, 2001. And this kid's like, I got to do something. He's just freaking out. So, yeah. So, bypass all that. Like I said, shout out to Chip Zdarsky. So, you got, I want to say, they don't give us an exact time, but I'm going to say 5 years later. I'm going to say 2006. I think that's where we're at right now. So we're in a Captain America book, and Captain America woke up a week ago.
Yeah. This is coming back to me.
This
Yep.
coming back to you,
Yep,
okay.
I remember this. Yeah, he woke up during modern times. Yes.
Right, the light bulb coming off like that. So like
maybe
I
I
said,
did review that. Yeah, this is all coming back to me.
my fault. I hate to step on your toes. Like,
Sorry. No, go ahead. No, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, this whole thing right here is a retcon. So like I said, we know Captain America woke up in Marvel Comics in 1963. Now they're saying he woke up post 9/11. So he's in a post 9/11 world.
Like the MCU.
Like the MCU. So yeah, everything's changed right now. So he's in a diner. Everybody's, and not only that, since we're in 2006 or so, we think it's still raw in everybody's head because it's in New York. People like, man, ever since the tower fell, the town ain't the same. New York is going to shit and all like that. Everything's changing, and that's when the waitress says like the most interesting thing I've seen. Like Chip Zdarsky dropped the bar with this one. She says, if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. But if you're at peace, you're living in the present. I'm like, damn. Chip Zdarsky dropped the bar right there.
Kung Fu Panda, man.
It sounded like some a hymn or whatever.
No, they said that same shit in Kung Fu Panda.
Did they?
Yeah.
I need to start watching those movies. Anyway.
The past is history. The future is a mystery.
Are you saying Chip Zdarsky stole this from Kung Fu Panda? And I'm thinking this is the most enlightened shit I've heard all week.
But today is a present. That's why today is a gift. That's why it's called the present.
Oh, I've heard that before. Yeah.
Like, that's deep, man.
It is deep. It is deep as hell. I get that. Okay, well, all that's going on, Captain America is listening to the police officer behind him, and they got a 1 Adam 12, you got a 187 or a 211 and a blah blah blah, stuff like that. So he goes in to see what's going on. 2 police got shot. They saying somebody had came over here, shot us, drove off with our police bike, and he said he's headed to the UN building to kill more people. And he's like, where is this United Nations building? You're like, the fuck? What are you talking about? How do you not know where the United Nations is if you're from New York? Like, you're not a cop, are you? He's like, no, ma'am, I'm not. And you got, and you got, he takes the other police bike that was sitting there down, and he goes after the other guy. So they chase that guy. He sees him, then the other guy sees him, and he's like, what the fuck, and he starts shooting at him while riding, shit like that. Luckily, Captain America got a shield blocking all his bullets and shit like that. So, and then the guy starts weaving through traffic. He knows if Captain America keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to lose this guy. So he decides to jump over a ramp, use a car as a ramp, cocks his shield back, throws off a lamppost, hit his bike, knocks the guy over. When he lands awkwardly also. So both of them land on their bikes and they're running after each other. Meanwhile, that guy's just shooting the crowd and shit like that. One of the civilians try to pick up Cap's shield to protect themselves. Cap scoops it up. Thanks. He runs off with him and shit like that. And he gets to the UN building, sees security, but they don't shoot because he's got a bomb strapped to him with a dead man switch. So yeah, so if they shoot this over, and Captain America just walks right on him, and he just says, "What's your rank and service, soldier?" You're like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "You just shot at me while driving full speed on a bike. You don't do that without training. So where'd you serve?" He was like, "I'm a second lieutenant. I served 2 tours in the Gulf." They're like, "Okay, now I'm a captain of the Howling Commandos in World War II." And everybody like shocked, like, what the hell? Because everybody thought he was a cosplayer up until this point. So he was like, "No, I'm the real deal. I'm him. I just woke up," and shit like that. And he was like, "There's a whole lot of stuff going on." They were like, "Man, Captain America, you don't get it. You were asleep the whole time." They act like they forgot about what happened. But I still remember. He was like, "Well, causing more death ain't going to help anything. So as your superior officer, stand down. So when you tell Captain America stand down, that's what you do. He salute the flag and all this shit like that. So they can worry about the bomb, but they got to worry about the bomb because, bam, it gets remotely deactivated by Iron Man because he's in a digital world now. So yeah, skipping all past that. So basically, like I said, it's been a week since Captain America's gone, and Iron Man's telling him, "Look, man, why are you running around here fighting terrorists and shit like that when you can be with the Avengers? Look, my boss Tony Stark can hook you up with the job." Now, it actually is Tony Stark in there, but it's a secret identity. He's pretending to be his bodyguard, bullshit, all like that. It was a thing back in the comics, but whatever, like that. So Captain America said, "No, I do not want to join the Avengers because I already belong to an organization, the U.S. Army, and I have to report for duty." So yeah, skip all this. I'll come back to this later on, but we'll skip all that. Get the point. Yeah. So in the Pentagon, go back to the Pentagon. So yeah, in the Pentagon. So now you got Captain America doing all kind of crazy tests, stuff like that. So like that, they can't match up DNA tests because they don't know what the DNA test didn't exist back then. So they just got to take his word for these Captain America with the stuff he's doing. It's easy to believe that. Like where did he come from? Like the Avengers found him in a block of ice in the English Channel in suspended animation. He was just stuck there the whole time. So yeah. So now he's free and he's back here in the Avengers. So yeah. So then while he's doing all that, he gets introduced to Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. Yes, that Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah, so this is the first time they're meeting, but this will not be their last time. So yeah, he's looking at it right now. He's like, "Okay, son, what are you like?" And basically he asks him like, "Okay, why are you here? Like you could be anywhere. You could run off with the Avengers. Tony Stark got more money than anybody. You could be running around with him getting paid like that. Why are you in the U.S. Army?" And Captain America just tells him like, "Look," and he has a flashback of Bucky's like that, like he's got PTSD, and he basically saying like, "Look, I understand this for you guys. It's been decades. For me, all this stuff happened like a week ago. In my mind, all my friends are dead. My parents died before I even enlisted. Anybody I knew either died in the war or is died now. The only one thing that I know that still exists is the Army. It's the only stability I have." And Thunderbolt Ross looked at him like, "You know what? I understand that more than anybody else." So he was like, "Welcome to the Army. I'm gonna give you your first mission." So yeah. So skip. Don't care. Get past that. Yeah. If it's interesting, we'll get to it. So we go to the Fantastic Four. Get out of that. Okay. Yeah. So we go to the Fantastic Four, and Captain America is interrupting their mission with the Mole Man, and he basically saying like, which one of you is Mr. Fantastic?" So he talks to Mr. Fantastic and basically talking about what his mission is that, Thunderbolt Ross is sending him to. He's talking to Victor Von Doom. And you're like, I need to find out some information about this guy. And apparently you were his college roommate, even though he's the most dangerous man on the planet. So tell me how that happened. He was like, "Yeah, me and Victor were cool until he, tried to open a portal to hell to bring his mom back in MIT, and they kicked him out, for sorcery, But yeah, he's insane. He's crazy. So, but he's just like this. Can you tell me anything about him?" He was like, "Look, I can tell you this about him." He's like, "Okay, so do you need the Fantastic Four to come with you? Because if you need us, let us know. We'll come." He like, "The Fantastic Four can't come because there's an arms race going on right now that's bigger than the atomic bomb. Superheroes. So the UN is banning any superhero on performing on foreign soil." You're like, "What about you?" "I'm enhanced. It doesn't count." So bending the rule a little bit. So basically he's just telling us, "So if you don't need me, what are you here for?" He's like, "I need to find out about this guy. I need to find out who is Victor Von Doom and what am I fighting against? Like, what is he? Is he another Hitler? Am I back to fight another Hitler?" He's like, "No, he's not Hitler. He's not discriminating against certain people. Doom hates everybody. So you don't have to worry about that. And if you need something to take him out, I have a device that I haven't tested before, but you can try it out and see what you think about it. If it works, then you might be able to take him down. If not, well, you're gonna be kind of screwed." So yeah. So moving past that, now we can move to.
So Ross went to talk to Doom.
No. Cap. No. Ross didn't talk to Doom. Ross is in the Pentagon.
Oh, so
Yeah.
who's got to go talk to Doom? Cap?
Yeah,
I thought
but not this
I thought
issue.
you said they were having a meeting with Doom.
No. I'm sorry. He was having a meeting with. Did I say Doom? I meant Reed. He was having a meeting with Reed.
Okay.
Yeah, my fault. That was Reed he was talking to.
Because this was before the One Nation Under Doom shit or One World Under Doom shit.
Yeah, this is like the beginning of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
This whole book is a flashback.
Because remember, Ross went to Latveria as Red Hulk and became a prisoner.
Right. This is way before that. He is not Red Hulk yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is way before that. So yeah. Matter of fact, I don't even think there's a Green Hulk yet in this book. No, I'm sorry. It is because the Avengers
The
rescued
Avengers,
Cap.
yeah.
So yeah, it is. So there's a Green Hulk, you know. So Ross is giving Cap his mission. So what's going on is that Doom actually just took over Latveria. He just took over the country. He basically raised a coup, started a civil war, took it over the country, and Cap is in his new Cap suit, stuff like that. So yeah. So the thing is, they're supposed to go and meet with this guy named Marius Wolf. They're supposed to meet with him, rendezvous with him, because Doom not only took over the country and killed the other leader, he burned down the American embassy. So there is 12 ambassadors stuck in Latveria held hostage. And Cap's mission is to go rescue them or confirm they're dead, one or the other. That's it. His mission is not to engage Doom. He's supposed to sneak in, get it, move out. He was like, okay, so it's me. So who is it? It's just me going in there? And no, that's when Ross introduces him to SEAL Team X, the Howler Commandos, Chill, Slate. He's like, so that's it? We just got 3 people, that's it? He's like, no, it's 4 people. And who else walks out? Captain America of 9/11. Yeah, so while Cap was on ice the whole time, they made another Captain America that killed Saddam Hussein after 9/11. And that's who's on his mission with them now. So, yeah, so that's going on right now. So it's 2 Caps and that guy. So, yeah. So, like I said, shit, I can't get out of there. Crazy story. There we go. So, yeah, that's the book. To be continued. Like I said, introduction. Eli, more crazy stuff happens in there. I don't know how far you kept up with the book. More crazy stuff happens in this book. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck going on?
Yeah,
but basically,
it's ringing bells. But yeah, I didn't think with it,
But basically, the reason I'm reviewing this, I'm gonna just tell you right now, this whole initial run is Cap versus Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I'm reviewing it. So
Okay.
it's leading into that whole Armageddon thing is going like where Cap fights Red Hulk and stuff like that. But that's what's going on with this book right now. So like I said, it's beginning that. It's going to introduce the run that Chip Zdarsky is heading towards. This issue alone retcons so much stuff in the Marvel Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if Captain America wakes up after 9/11, all this stuff happens after 9/11. The Avengers were created after 9/11. The Fantastic Four were created after 9/11. Even though the Fantastic Four in the original comic were created to make it to the space race for anybody else. But that's the hill on there. They'll worry about that when they get to it. So yeah, like I said, first issue, we'll come back to some other stuff, see what happens. But yeah, I just want to get that issue knocked out. So yeah.
All right, cool.
Anything else you got or?
No, I mean, I'm booked out. I mean, I did read Absolute Batman.
Oh yeah, how's it going?
It was cool. Scarecrow fucking showed up. Absolute Scarecrow. Creepy looking.
Is that his first time showing up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayor Gordon dies.
What?
Gordon died. Mayor Gordon.
Gordon dies.
Yeah, jumps off. He's all paranoid.
No. I don't believe that.
It's absolute, dude. It doesn't matter.
I know, man. I still don't believe it.
No, well, he jumps off a roof because he's paranoid. He gives Bruce the file. He's like, hey, I've been uncovered. Remember the Absolute Joker?
Mm-hmm.
Who's like a rich billionaire, got his hands in everything. Well,
Yeah.
I guess Gordon found some file that's all. He's like, I got to give you this, Bruce. I like it. You're going to go down a rabbit hole, and I can't tell you how deep it goes. But yeah, here. And then right after that, he jumps off the roof.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Batman tried to save him, but then only caught try to hook him, but he only caught his coat, and he still fell. And so everyone saw, Gordon on the ground, all mangled, and then they look up and see Batman on the roof, like, oh, Batman killed Gordon, Mayor Gordon. So that's happening.
I still don't believe it. I still say it's a fake out.
And then maybe, I'm sure, who knows? Maybe it was maybe Batman was drugged by a fucking Scarecrow. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's Scott Snyder,
Yeah.
4 days ago, 3 days ago, now, 2 days ago, 5 minutes ago, now.
And that's when the switch out happens. But yeah.
Yeah. And then the Robin crew. So in the Absolute universe, the Robins are a police force, or like a secret police force led by Slade Wilson. So Absolute Deathstroke is working for the Gotham city hall or whatever,
Mhm.
and it has this Robin program where he's taking, you know, lost youth, orphans, and foster kids, kids from broken homes, and training them to be, of service.
So the Robins work for Deathstroke?
Yeah.
Huh.
So Tim Drake, all of them, Tim Drake, Duke, Barbara, Damien. His name, I don't think Damien was in there. But then
Duke is there, isn't he?
Duke was there.
You know why I know Duke is there?
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I didn't read his book, and I don't know who's in it, but Duke is there because Scott Snyder loves Duke.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he is in there.
Yeah.
Duke's
the only
there.
time Duke ever gets used is when Scott Snyder used him. So
Pretty sure Cassie was there. Tim. And then team leader Dick Grayson.
of course.
Yeah.
I've seen this story before. I think I've seen Scott Snyder write this story before. I think it's in one of them Dark Knight Metals.
Okay.
Where he had a whole bunch of not the Robins, but the Crows. The Batman.
Oh yeah, the Crows.
He did that. And all of them were them.
The Crows. They're all like little demon things and shit.
Yeah. They went crow, and then bar. So that was saying, like, Scott Snyder, what he's like, it's like this absolute thing is everything he wanted to do, but they wouldn't let him do in the regular universe.
Yeah.
So that's why he's going nuts right now. So yeah.
Yeah. So I read that. I read the second Lobo book, which was still fun. Lobo on a space reality show. He fights Aquaman, which was pretty
Emperor Aquaman. Now, is it like real Aquaman?
It was Emperor Aquaman. Someone put a bounty on.
I think that's actual Aquaman. He's just like he's the blue and all stuff like that.
Yeah, he's like Emperor Aquaman. You have a bounty and shit, and he's like, "What the hell, Lobo? Is that you, Lobo?" They put because he's on a reality show, so they make Lobo dress up in tights and shit.
Right.
Because superheroes are selling and shit, so he's got to dress up in tights and shit. And
Wait. You don't get the reference, Eli? You don't get the reference?
Yeah, I do.
No. The deeper reference.
Tell me.
Lobo versus Aquaman.
Okay.
Think about it.
Lobo versus Aquaman.
Think about it.
You might
Jason Momoa.
Oh!
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. McFly.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I get it now.
Okay.
Emperor, they fight, and Aquaman's like laughing his ass off. Like, is that you, Lobo? Why are you dressed like that? And shit. Anyway, it's funny. It's another Scotty Young writing it, and I forget who's drawing it, but it's very cartoony, like in Scotty Young's style.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else I read? Oh, for the hell, what was it called? Mutt pools or pet pools? I just, for the hell of it, I read an Infinity comic about Deadpool's pets, Marvel Mutts or something.
Marvel Mutts. Okay.
I can't remember what it was called now. But anyways, it's just about Deadpool's pets they all have superpowers and they go on this dumb adventure.
Because why not?
Because why not? I think it was called Marvel Mutts. Yeah, Marvel Mutts.
Did he have guns or anything like that?
No, they all had superpowers and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. I was gonna read the Angel versus Darkness, but that was like 50 pages. I'm like, I'll save that. And then I was looking at that Mumra book from.
They had a Mumra book?
Yeah, there's a Mumra book, but it said something about the Silverhawks crossover. I'm like, are they
Hot Wing? I told you.
Are they crossing over with the Silverhawks? And I was okay. I don't know what's going on. If that's what's happening. So I almost read that Mumra book.
Okay. Cool.
But that's it. I mean, that's all. That's my books.
Okay. Some more house cleaning at the very end of it. Might well just say that. Now, Eli, we actually had a reel that I clipped from the last episode that did pretty good numbers. It did 1,000 views on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. And it actually had more watch time. The 60 minutes had more watch time than the entire podcast that I clipped it from.
Okay.
So yeah, what it was, remember we've been talking about this, and I've been briefly talking about it, how the black YouTuber
About the comics
got in
explained
trouble.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it caught heat, Eli. It caught heat. It not only did it did 1,000 on YouTube, it did 2,000 on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
People are hot, mad, yelling at each other. People are saying like, "Oh, because just because he's black don't mean that you gotta control what he does and what he does like that." Because everybody telling him what he should.
So they're not mad at us. They're just mad at the
No,
situation.
they don't even care about us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's like,
they didn't think
what
about
do we
us.
do now?
Yeah, they could care less about us. They just talk about the topic in general. Stuff like
Okay,
that, 'cause
okay.
people are debating on does anybody have a right for to control what he puts on his channel. You know, people are debating on that. And I think you do. I think you do have a responsibility to people listening to your channel if you put the channel out there. If people want you to do certain stuff, I mean, you do have a responsibility for that, you know. And especially as a black man, if you're saying stupid shit to like undermine us, yeah, you deserve to get right to the crows. That's just me. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm not gonna make another reel about that. I'm kind of done talking about the topic, but I'm just glad it took off. That's all. So people enjoy that.
Like I said, we're nothing without the fans.
or talking about, you know what, people just like us gossiping. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, like it generated hits, I guess. You know?
Engagement or whatever like that.
Whatever
So, yeah,
that
why
shit
not?
that I guess matters.
Yeah, I'm done. Whatever. We're talking about comics. Let's talk about comics again on here. So yeah. So that's all we got. Like I said, we're gonna come back next week, talk about some other stuff, and we'll go from there. But until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.